We are back. Wow, this is definitely a late one. I'm thinking of this meditation that I go to a couple of times a week called late night meditation. So I think I should coin this class after that and call it late night YITDOTS. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I so appreciate you all being here tonight. I don't think I've ever mentioned where I'm at when I'm doing these videos. Obviously, I am home. However, I am here in Georgia, close to Atlanta, Georgia. I'm in Griffin, Georgia. I know you've never heard of that because I have surely never heard of it when I was actually all the times I've lived in Georgia before. And I love Griffin. Like, I was about to say it's an honor for me to live here. However, this has been a beautiful gift for me to live here. Like, everything that I want is close to here. Like the Buddhist temple that I attend, all the markets that I love to eat at, my job, living next to nature, the goats, the horses, cows, chickens, everything that I love is right here. And I'm very close to the city. So I'm about 50 minutes from Atlanta, give or take where I'm going. So about maybe 40 minutes from the airport. So this place is super close and it makes me really happy because I'm one of those city girls that loves to be in the country. However, I need that getaway from either or. So sometimes I need to escape to the city to kind of get that groove on and see where people are at and what's new and popping. However, I like to retreat and be with myself in the cities, in the countryside. So this is super cool. I say all that to let you know that I have not mentioned where I'm from because I don't feel like I'm necessarily native of Atlanta or this area. Still, I love being here. I travel a lot and it's hard to say what I call home outside of where I grew up, born and raised in Miami, Florida. And still, Miami, Florida was definitely a place that I feel like I transitioned out of because it was time as opposed to me moving out of. So I think even that is home in a different way. I said I would make this video shorter and I've already started too long. Thank you for being here. Let me start by saying I appreciate you being here with me tonight at this YITDOTS Fitness Dance Yoga Challenge. It's a 30-day challenge that I'm putting on Facebook, as you can see, and it's on YouTube. So if you'd like to visit this live going on right now on YouTube, it's at YITDOTS Fitness. YITDOTS Fitness. So visit us, and YITDOTS stands for Yoga is the Dance of the Soul. So I hope your soul truly dances as you experience these movements with me. Okay, let's start off first with a little bit of book club. So I've announced before that I'm starting a book club, and our first book is Light on Yoga, BKS Iyengar. Can you see that? Good. I want you to go out and get the book because it's going to be a super cool read. It's said to be the Yoga Bible, and it's going to help us all have a beautiful home practice, which you want to get into because being at the studio is great. Being in communion with other yogis is phenomenal. However, your home practice is where sometimes you get into that deeper meditative state. And I want you all to experience that because you're here to go deeper into your meditation through the asanas, through the poses. So please join us for our first book club. And the book is Light on Yoga. BKS Iyengar is the author. Go out and get it and join us. Let me know when you get it. Send me a message in the chat with a picture of you holding the book. And I look forward to announcing the date of the first couple of chapters that we'll be going over. Okay? That sound is to help me realize, get centered, make this video shorter, practice on that, let it all go. So we're gonna make this happen. Let's get to the top of our mat. As you know, for 30 days, we're doing this. Today is day 13. And maybe that's why we're starting so late, because you know how 13 is that weird number. So maybe 13 is doing something to our class today. So let's blame it on the 13. We're gonna start at the top of our mat. All right, today we were supposed to start on Surya Namaskar C. However, the information I'm finding on Sun Salutation C is disputable. In some ways, I don't even think there is a Surya Namaskar C. I think it is A and B. Still, I will give you a variation of B that leads into what some people may call a C. And we'll implement that with high lunge, a crescent lunge, and a kneeling crescent lunge on our knees. And then we'll also add in a three-legged dog. So let's make it happen. Don't say I called it Surya Namaskar C. Let's just say we are creating a beautiful flow from B to something even more dynamic. Okay? This will be our new warm-up flow for the rest of the week. All right, let's get started and okay, let's stand at the top of our mat. You can bring your feet either big toes touching or about, shoulder width or even hip distance apart. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, just simply bring the tailbone down, squeezing that belly button to your spine, really engaging your core, that bottom part of your abdominals. And breathe. Bring your hands to the side, stacking your head on top of your shoulders. Try not to protrude it forward. Really lift up from the rib cage, rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, sending that heart space forward. And breathe. Chin parallel to floor. Continue with your breath in motion. Breathe in. And breathe out into Namaste. Hands in prayer pose in front of your heart. Let's stay here for a moment as we set our intentions for today's practice. What we would like to receive, what we'd like to become, who we see ourselves progressing to within all of these practices, not just today. Okay. All right. Whenever you have found the intention that speaks to you for today's practice, I want you to speak it aloud or within your heart 3 times. That can be a word, a phrase, a mantra. It can also be a quote. I want you to feel it out for yourself. Okay? All right. I'm going to say mine aloud just to kind of set the pace. My intention is to be free, flowing, and following my passion. My intention is to be free, flowing, and following my passion. My intention is to be free, flowing, and following my passion. Beautiful. All right, take a deep breath in, float the arms up and back. Really stretch your fingertips away from you. Take a deep breath in and bring your arms down. Move forward, fold, crown of the head facing down towards the mat. Gently, if you can, bring your nose closer to your knees. Very nice. Take a deep breath in. Lift up into a flat back. Ooh, beautiful. That was a nice one. I felt the movement in my lower back. Keeping the lower abs engaged. Plant the hands down. Send the right, then the left leg back. Hold this plank. Push away from the floor. and push your heels back towards the wall. Bring your knees down. Give me sort of this cow pose by bringing your head up and sending your hips back. And then I want you to tuck your elbows into the side and bring me to that 8-pointed pose by bringing the feet, the knees, the chest, the hands, and slide up into cobra or upward dog. Beautiful. Really open up that chest area, expressing this back bend. Beautiful. Tuck the chin to chest, tuck the toes, lift up into downward facing dog. Let's walk out the dog from here. In an effort to make the classes a little bit shorter, because I know time is of the essence for all of you, we'll do just 1 round of sun salutation. And bring yourself to stillness, stretching your fingertips away from you and pushing your torso towards your thighs, and really stretch and bring your heels closer down to the mat. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in, float the right leg up, 3-legged dog, and send it forward, keeping the back toes up. Rise for crescent lunge. Beautiful. Bring the knee down, untuck the toes, and lean forward for crescent lunge on the knee, low crescent lunge. Take a deep breath in, plant the hands down, and send the right foot back. Once again, we're going to, this time we'll lean forward and slowly lower down through chaturanga. And untuck the toes as you lift up for upward dog. Bend the knees, tuck the toes, and come up for downward facing dog. Very good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale as you float the left leg up, pointing the toes, and then bring the left foot in between the hands. Keep the back toes up as you rise for crescent lunge. You can bend the back knee 90 degrees, or you can straighten it just a little bit. However, that front knee, keep it right above the ankle. And breathe. Take a deep breath in, round the hands in a circle, bring the knees down, untuck the toes, and low crescent lunge. Beautiful. Put the hands down to the side, tuck the back toes, send the left foot back, and slowly lean forward as you lower down through chaturanga and lift up for upward facing dog, creating this beautiful back bend. Beautiful. Knee down and lift up for downward facing dog. Hop or step forward into halfway lift. Keeping your abs engaged. And take a deep breath in. Lower down to forward fold. Crown of the head coming down towards the mat. Bend the knees if necessary. And then slowly bring your nose closer to your knee. Take a deep breath in. Rise up. And back bend. Arch back. Have your fingertips facing each other and keep your biceps close to your ears. Come up tall and bring that energy down towards the side into Tadasana. Take a deep breath in. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And join me at the width of your mat. Okay. You see, it's a little shorter today. I hope you're enjoying this. Let me know if you're appreciating the fact that I'm taking your time into consideration, because I know you're super busy and I want you to have time to get into the full practice, not just watch it or do half of it or some of it. I want you to be able to have time to do it all. So each time I'm going to do my best to keep the videos, the lives, within, I want to say 20 to 30 minutes. So today is a practice on disciplining myself to do that. So you're going to have to work with me because I'm implementing it today. However, I don't know if I'm going to make it. Okay, so we've gone through many asanas, many poses during this series. One pose, one purpose. And that one pose is different every day. So if this is your first day joining us, please visit me or visit us at YITDOTSFitness.com, which is Yoga is the Dance of the Soul, so that you can find out more about our services, more about our online programs. And if you want to see more of how these progressions have been going for the last 13 days or 12 days, being today's the 13th, please look at the feeds in Facebook and then go to my YouTube channel and check out YITDOTS Fitness to see how we've been progressing through this dance yoga challenge. So today we have a balance pose. We haven't done that in a while. We have done tree pose. However, that's pretty much the main balance pose. Goddess pose, as I've told you, is kind of considered a balance pose because there's this needing to stay centered and then your back needs to be nice and tall. Still not a complete balance pose. We have 2 feet grounded. It's just that our toes are facing out, which creates this feeling of more balance with the torso nice and high. So today is a balance pose. It's actually considered an advanced pose in many ways. So I want you to take your time. We prepared through it through tree. Now we're going to have to climb that tree. Today's pose of the class is Warrior 3. We've done Warrior 2. We've done Warrior 1 in Sun Salutation B. And now, let me step back so you see the whole view. We will go into Warrior 3. And you can even bring the arms out. Beautiful. Let's shake it out. All right. Warrior 3 is a balance pose. A couple of things about Warrior 3. You're going to notice that it's going to take your abdominal strength. It's also going to have you really grounded. That leg that you're standing on, I do want a slight bend in the knee. So it's not completely locked. There is a bend in the knee. And also there's this feeling of your future, your present, and then your past as you feel yourself through the movements because of this yin-yang that's pulling you. You have this whole mindfulness feeling of this view of your life. Some people call this flying dragon. Some people call it Superman, or sometimes when you teach children yoga, we'll call it airplane pose. This is Warrior 3. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you find that the YITDOTS that we create with this can bring you to a whole new world of freedom and stillness. Okay, so first let's learn the pose. I'm going to do it on the other side. So first thing first, I want you to take the right leg back, and then I want you to find a focal point on the floor. It would be great if your focal point stayed the same the whole time. So don't find a focal point that's up, then go down, because then that process of changing that drifting point may actually cause you to fall over. And balance is about having balance. However, it's about strength and it's about focus too, and clearing of the mind. So sometimes people think, oh, I don't have the strength, or oh, I've never had good balance. Balance takes practice. And when you don't practice it, it goes just like anything else. So let's practice it now. All right, take a deep breath in. Squeeze that belly button into the spine and bring the right leg back as you tilt forward. Bring your hands to heart center and you are pointing the toes. So you have the choice to flex or point your toes. Whatever you choose, make sure your toes are not just neutral. They're not just relaxed. I want you to choose a definite flex or point so you can elongate through that yin and yang front and back halves of your body. All right, take a deep breath in, pointing the toes, hands to heart center. Tilt your body until your torso is parallel to the floor and your body is creating this beautiful capital T. You can keep your hands here in the front, or you can bring your arms all the way out in front, or you can bring your arms to the side. You can lift the kneecap just a little bit so you can activate the quadriceps and keep pointing. And come out. Oh, okay. Okay, that was a challenge for me too. I'm happy when I teach these classes because when I'm teaching, I have to be even stronger for you because I know if my balance is off, I throw your balance off. So your presence encourages me. Let me know how that first round did for you. Just put me a comment in the chat box and just let me know if it's cool, if you like this, and if you want more balance poses. Let's go to the other side. All right, once again, engage the core, ground yourself, and send the left foot back. Bring your hands up and down through prayer pose as you tilt the body and lift the back leg up. Bending that standing knee, you have already found that drishti point on the floor. And I want you to really just squeeze your inner thighs and keep your body nice and tight and activated. Squaring the hips as much as possible. And release. Okay, that's it. This is Warrior 3. We are warriors 3 times over. We've got to do this. So let's get into our first YITDOTS move for Warrior 3. Are you ready? Okay, I'm super ready. I'm excited about this pose. I've been wanting to do this for a while. Let's do it. All right, we're on the other side. We're sending the right leg back. Once again, remember everything that's being activated to make this possible. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Send the right leg back. Raise the arms up. And slowly lower the arms down to heart center. Finding that drishti point. Bending the standing leg and lifting that back leg. Keep your eyes on the focal point. Nothing that moves should be in your gaze. Beautiful. And we're going to go from here. I want you to take your arms up, go to tree, and kick out, and release. Back up. Bring the left leg back. Round the hands in a circle. And slowly lower down to Warrior 3. And raise the arms up as you go to tree pose. Extend the legs out for one-legged mountain. Kick out and fold. You see it's getting serious, right? There ain't no playing in this pose. If that's the beginning, you don't want to see the rest. So that's the beginning. There are 3 poses in one. So we're going from Warrior 3 to tree to one-legged mountain. One-legged mountain, your hand would be here, but this is absolutely great. We're expressing one-legged mountain. Let's go for it. Okay, standing at the opposite end. Remember, we're doing both sides and going into that forward fold with the bend of the knee before we switch sides, before I switch sides to show it to you on the other side. So both sides are happening in the same corner. So don't go one and then turn. Just stay here, go right to the next leg. Okay, take a deep breath in and bring the right leg back. As you lift the arms up, the right arm comes up high, the hand comes up high and comes through heart center. Bend the standing leg, really point the back toes away from you. Squeezing your abdominals nice and tight, and then come up to standing in tree as you lift the arms up and extend the legs out and release down. And rise, bring the left leg back, arms go up high, coming through warrior three, and back up, going into tree, extend arms and kick leg out, and back down, and rise up. That's it. Let's do that one more time on the other side, and let's add on once we get to the other side. Okay, this is good. This is very, very good. This is only good. Okay, this is going to be good. Oh yeah, Princess and the Frog. I know I was getting to a movie. This is going to be good. Yes, yeah. So this is going to be good. All right, here we go. Engaging the core, standing up tall by rolling your shoulders up, back, and down, and just sending that heart space forward. And relax. I'm going to start with the left leg. Take a deep breath in. And exhale as you lift the arms up, send the legs back, and tilt the body forward as your hands come down to heart center. Bend that standing leg slightly. Keep your eyes on that drishti point, and then rise up into tree and extend out into one-legged mountain and forward and back up. And then once again, send the back leg, the right leg, and slowly lower the hands to heart center, keeping that focal point, slight bend in the standing leg, lift that kneecap higher, and then come up, tree pose, extend, and down, and come back into warrior three, and here, come back into warrior three, and here, come back into warrior three, and here, come back into warrior three, and here. So we're shooting back and down, shooting back and down, shooting back and down. So every time we come down, come into chair pose. Chair pose we just did the other day, so you should be super, super familiar with it. Okay, that sending back with that force, let it be very exact. It does have the tendency to throw you off. The goal is to keep a drishti point. Don't think, well, it happens so fast, I don't need a point. The point is you need a point. So please, keep your eyes on the prize. Okay, so adjust your clothes, drink some water if you need to. That's where we're going. We'll do that for 2. So we'll do each side, 1, kick out, 1, kick out, and then we'll do 1, 2, and hold. And then we'll have a beautiful ending. Okay? Let's do this. All right, we're at the top of our mats. I keep hitting this beautiful necklace here, so I'm going to come back a little bit. Okay. All right, take a deep breath in. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And lift your arms up as you send the right leg back. Lean over, bringing the arm to heart center. Bend that standing knee. And come up with the arms, go into tree, and send the leg out, and back, and up. And then lift the arms up, send the opposite leg back, heart center, and then send the arm up, tree, up, bam, and up. Then here and back, here and back. Now, let's do that again on the other side, and we'll add in the last, what do we call it? Crescendo. Okay, I just looked that up the other day. I was like, I hope I've been using this right for the last 12 days. And I was. I mean, it deals with music. However, yeah, it's the high point. This is where we're headed. This is the high point. Okay, we're about to get high on this yit dots. So the crescendo. Okay, let's do it. Standing at the top of our mat, feet together. Take a deep breath in. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. I love that move. It just feels a certain way to kind of open up your chest, because a lot of times you're all crunched in on the computer all day, so it feels good to take a deep breath in and roll your shoulders up, back, and down. I don't know, it feels like I just let myself go. All right, we're here. All right, take a deep breath in and bring your arm up. Right leg goes back this time and tilt forward, finding that drishti point. Rise into tree and send out and down. Rise up and send the left leg back and come down with the arms to prayer pose and lift up to tree and send the leg out and down and back. And then bam, go. Bam, go. This is the last one. Bam, hold it, bring the arms out, and here, and here, and here. And we're opening up. We're opening up into half moon. I'm sorry about that. We're opening up into half moon. Originally, I wanted to make it here. Well, forget originally. Let's stay with the original. That's the reason why I'm falling, because I'm thinking about what I'm doing now and the original at the same time. So I'm like cheating, like I'm cheating on the original. So let me stay with the original so I don't have to have my mind diverted to different places. Let's stay with the original. And we'll still go into half moon, however, we'll do the original first. How about that? Tell me if you like that or if you like the one we already have. You write in, I want to know what you're thinking. Okay, let's do it. All right. Take a deep breath in. We're starting from the beginning. Twinkle out the toes a little bit. Let's stretch out just a little bit so we can kind of open up, interlock your hands behind your back. If this is not accessible to you, bring your hands on your hip or grab opposite elbows. Wherever you are, tilt forward and back. If your legs being together is too much, open the legs, hip distance apart, tilt forward, and then arch back. Again, tilt forward, and arch back. One more, tilt forward, and then arch back, and release. Okay, adjust your clothes. Drink some water, get yourself very situated with what we're doing. Okay, take a deep breath in. I'm gonna step back so I'm in alignment with this fan. The fan is my fan. So even if you're not my fan, this fan is my fan. All right, let's go for it. Legs together. We're gonna send the right leg back first this time. Deep breath in. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Raise the arms up. As we send the right leg back, finding that drishti point lower down, tilting the body. Raise back up, tree pose. Send the leg out, one-legged mountain, and release down to forward fold, back up. Take the arm up, send the left leg back, pointing the toes. Bring the hand to heart center. Lift the arm up. Tree pose, kick the leg out, one-legged mountain, release back down, come up, and warrior three, and warrior three, and warrior three. Let's bring the arms to the side, up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and open up into half moon and release. I like it. I think it works. It works better than the original that I was leaving behind. You know how if you leave someone for someone else, then it's like you realize that someone else is not actually worth it. So this is actually what I'm feeling. I was trying to leave the original for a new version, and I realized I was better off with the original. So I'm really happy we went back to it. Please tell me what you think, or did you like the other, what you saw happening before better? I want to know. Write me in the comments, and remember, there will be a winner, not just one, but 3 winners of the YITDOTS Dance Yoga Challenge after the 30 days. And it's going to be a really cool experience for all of you to see what the winner gets. Please continue to send your videos and pictures and the songs that you're using to YITDOTS so that I can evaluate and my team can really see who is expressing the poses in the most creative and beautiful and mindfulness way of practicing it. Okay, let's go for it. I'm going to do it on the other side one last time, and then we're going to get into our meditation. Okay. All right. Take a deep breath in. Feet together. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. And we're going to start with the left leg back. And let's go for it. Bring the arms up. Point the toes. Bend that standing leg and tilt your body over. Lift up with the arms. Go into tree pose and come into one-legged mountain. Hold and back up. Once again, send the right leg back. Bring the arms up. Come down. And then back up into tree. And express the one-legged mountain. Back down and up. All right. Warrior 3. Bam. Warrior 3. Bam. Warrior 3. And let's float up and down. Up and down. Up and down. And open up into half moon. Beautiful. Oh, okay, it's done. Last time, silently done. I know I've been forgetting to put the chair pose at the end of the kickback. So it's here, down, here, down, and then so on. So remember that chair pose and make it your own. Make it your own and find that peace of mind as you move through the asanas and the movement. See this as your moving meditation, which it is. Okay, this is it. In silence, we will move. In stillness, we will be moved. Ooh, I like that. I have to write that for me in the comments so I remember, because sometimes I forget these things and I say the most cleverest things that I need to remember. I need to make sure that they don't go away and they don't get lost in the ethers. So let me know if you like that and if you have others that are even more clever. Okay, let's do it. All right, take a deep breath in. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. And let's start with the right leg. So you start with the leg that's closest to the audience so that when you end on half moon, you're facing the audience. That's the key. Okay. Take a deep breath in and send the right leg back. Arms rise up, tilt forward, bring the palms to heart center. You are now in Warrior 3. Go at your own pace. and release. I actually fell out of that one. But it's okay. The fall sometimes becomes the free fall that you fall into, where you become just free to be yourself. So, all right, we're going into our meditation. Today we have a walking, kind of a pulsing back and forth meditation. Sometimes stillness becomes too still. So I always want to give you guys different tools to use so you don't think meditation is just one way or mindfulness is just one way. So let's stand at the width of our mat. Adjust your clothes, make everything the way you need it so that you are still enough to not think, focus enough to not think, okay, is this facing the way I want? Is it looking the way I want? I just want you to be present, knowing that the dishes are clean, the shoes are where you want it, your purse is where you want it, and everything is right for you to be still and focused on this moment. Okay, so separate your feet a little more than hip distance apart, and I just want you to sway back and forth, eyes closed. It's a soft sway, going at your own pace. I'd like you to engage your core, but it's not necessary. And just sway. Keeping the joints nice and loose. Relax your mind. Keep your head in motion, but it's very soft movement of the head. Just kind of feeling your way through. This is really the YITDOTS approach to meditation, where we use movement and some asana outside of savasana to really find perhaps a deeper meditation, yet that's subjective, it's different for everyone. So, or it's objective, so it's different for everyone. So you might feel it one way, someone else might say it's not deeper. But for me, I think this kind of works, so kind of feel your way out. And if it doesn't work, feel free to sit through this so you can find the stillness that is appropriate for what you need today. So just kind of flow. And now let's find the breath. Your breath should be like a wave within this flow. So as you go one way, you inhale. And then you go the other way, you exhale. So it's like you see the wind of the nose tracing the feeling of the movement. And slow it down incrementally, because I really want you to feel as the feet lands and as your toes touch, as your fingers graze your body, and as your shoulder and neck make their way through. I want you to really feel what that feels like. And breathe. So from here, we're going to add in the sound of Om. Let me say that again, not Om, So it's A-M. It's a sound that you should be able to make without moving your tongue. It's a sound that everyone can make, animals, people that are mute, children. I probably make this sound a lot when I'm going to the restroom. It's like when I'm going to the restroom, I feel like I'm relieving myself. Even just simple things like urinating, I'm like, like it feels so good, because sometimes I drink so much water that water is different from juice. It just goes, and it just feels good to just feel the heat leaving my body. So I want you to just feel that, and inhale, and then exhale, and go at your own pace. And it doesn't have to be loud, but I do want you to feel it in that solar plexus area, and feel free if you want to kind of even touch that area if you feel that helps you to create that centered energy. And keep your eyes closed. And come to stillness in star pose. Point the fingers away from you, stretch the fingers away from your body, or your shoulders up, down and back, tailbone down. Take a deep breath in, raise the arms up, and arch back, and slowly lower the arms down from the crown of the head, past the forehead, past the throat, down to the heart and that solar plex area. And just breathe. Beautiful. Okay, we made it. Thank you for joining me on day 13. I look forward to seeing you all again and again and again. Continue to share the videos and like and express what you would like to see more of for the next 30 days because these videos are for you. I want to give you a gift this New Year's, whether you see this as the New Year's or you see your New Year in March or you see your New Year on your birthday, like I consider my New Year in June. Whatever you see as your New Year, just use this as a beginning of a beginning for you. So perhaps this is just something you need to kind of move your practice and your meditation and your goals along. And I want you to use that. So let me know what you need because we are reaching that halfway point and I really want to get this more centered and geared to your specific needs. So continue to write me and send me your videos and send me the chats so I know exactly how to make these more beneficial for your desired outcomes. All right, enjoy and we will see each other tomorrow. Bye. Namaste.